British actress Audrey Hepburn once said, "For beautiful eyes, look for the good in others. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. And for poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never alone." Today, my friends, I want to speak about loneliness, specifically at BYU. Loneliness that weighs down the soul and corrodes the heart, but a loneliness that together we can overcome. I feel I'm qualified to speak about this topic because I am a self-proclaimed introvert without a roommate. I hold the school record for most lunches eaten alone in the Cougar Eat, and I haven't been in a relationship since I was Dear John's 19 months into the mission. All joking and tears aside, I want to discuss 1, the problem of loneliness at BYU, 2, some potential cultural causes of this loneliness, and 3, what you and I can do to make BYU a little less lonely. First, the problem of loneliness. Loneliness is defined as sadness because one has no friends or company. Synonyms include isolation, friendlessness, forsakenness, abandonment, and rejection. According to BYU psychology professor Timothy Smith, loneliness and social isolation are increasing on BYU campus and are predicted to reach epidemic proportions by 2030 unless something changes. So this is a relevant problem at BYU, one that we cannot ignore, but one might ask why it matters. Why should we care if a fellow student feels lonely? That's normal sometimes, right? Maybe every now and then. But according to Hara Murano, editor of Psychology Today, prolonged loneliness can lead to health effects such as lower quality of sleep, high blood pressure, alcoholism, and perhaps more relevant to BYU students, depression and suicide. Most of us can remember, indeed most of us will never forget, that about 4 months ago there was an incident of suicide in the Marriott School of Business. The 19-year-old girl fell 4 stories and suffered injuries that unfortunately turned out to be fatal. Do you think maybe one friend could have changed her mind? What if someone gave her a compliment just 2 minutes before? What if someone shared a smile with her? What if? After the incident, a fellow student expressed the following thoughts in the Salt Lake Tribune. "I have a therapist on campus, and he is wonderful and well qualified, but I only see him once a month because he has too many clients to see in 1 week. For those of us who are in desperate need of care, we are lost in the masses of students who struggle. BYU needs friends." Second, what is causing all this loneliness and lack of friends? Well, let's go back to the Cougar Eat, with which I am well familiar. More than a year ago, I noticed a curious behavior. Have you ever noticed how people often sit one to a table in the Cougar Eat? Remember, this is a place meant for eating and socializing. So why do you think this is? I surveyed 135 BYU students to ask them exactly that, and these are the results. 41% simply said it's awkward to sit with someone you don't know. 21% assumed they want their personal space. And the rest of the results are spread between factors of homework, activities that don't promote socializing, and introversion, among others. But one of the saddest responses from the other section was, "I don't want to deal with people." To this and all of these, I pose the same question that BYU President Jeffrey R. Holland once asked. Have we made the Sunday greeting of Brother Jones and Sister Brown too common to remember why we say it? Has our hasty reference to Father in heaven grown stale and insignificant? No, certainly not. Third and finally, what can we do about this? Hopefully the answer doesn't come as a shock to you. It's really simple and it takes 1,000 forms. Talk to someone. Make them your friend. Ask them how they're doing and be genuine about it. Smile. Offer a hand. Listen to their rants. Tell the joke. Make them laugh. My friends, you may never know what's on that lonely person's mind until you make an effort to find out. So get out there, because you have tears to dry, hearts to cheer up, and friends to make. Be kind, be inclusive, and ultimately, remember who you are. In conclusion, I invite us all, my introverted self included, to fight loneliness together. May we strive to help others walk with the knowledge that they are never alone, today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you.